I was still in uniform when the phone buzzed. Airport fluorescent lights, coffee gone cold, my name echoing from a life I barely recognized anymore. The message was short, surgical. Don't bother coming. The locks are changed. The kids don't want you. It's over. No emojis, no explanation, just execution. I stood there longer than I should have. 3 tours, 37 months of sand, smoke, and counting other men's breaths to stay alive. I had survived because I believed something waited for me. A house, a wife, children who would run before I could drop my bag. I typed 2 words, "As you wish." That was the moment grief ended and math began. We weren't always like this. She used to send me voice notes at night, whispering so the kids wouldn't wake. She'd tell me about scraped knees, spelling tests, the neighbor's stupid dog. I'd listen with my back against armored steel, pretending the world was still normal. I wired every paycheck home. I signed every power of attorney she asked for. I trusted her because trust was easier than doubt when bullets were real and betrayal felt theoretical. I missed birthdays, anniversaries, a funeral I still haven't forgiven myself for. She told me, "Just come back safe." I did. Apparently that wasn't enough. The locks were changed, but the betrayal had started long before. I'd see it later in timestamps and transactions. The house wasn't just locked to me, it had been repurposed. She hadn't just left me, she had planned my erasure. The kids didn't want me because they'd been told I abandoned them, that I chose war over them, that I sent money but never love. Lies repeated until they sounded like memories. The man living in my house wasn't a stranger, he was a contractor. Friendly smile, too familiar in old photos I hadn't noticed before. I didn't confront, I didn't argue, I didn't beg. I made a single call. My lawyer didn't ask how I was. He asked one question: did you keep copies? I had everything. Every deployment contract, every wire transfer, every message where she confirmed receipt, every document proving the house, the accounts, the trust were structured the way I wanted before I ever left. I had planned for bullets. I had also planned for betrayal. Over the next 12 hours, I slept 3. I ate nothing. I watched my life from a distance, the way you do when you're clearing a building, slow, methodical, no wasted motion. We froze accounts first, then the education trust, then the joint credit lines. The house wasn't hers. It never had been. It belonged to a family trust activated only if I signed a specific clause. I signed. By morning, she couldn't buy groceries. By noon, she couldn't access the car note. By evening, her lawyer was calling mine, voice already raised. "You have no legal right to do that with her." My lawyer let him finish, then sent the documents. Silence is loud when it arrives unexpectedly. 19 missed calls followed. I didn't answer a single one. The contractor moved out that night. Turns out confidence disappears when the utilities shut off and the deed isn't yours. The confrontation came 2 days later. She showed up at my hotel. Same eyes, different panic. She said my name like it was a spell. "You can't do this," she said. "The kids." I stopped her with a look. Not anger, assessment. "You told them I didn't want them," I said calmly. "That's perjury in a custody hearing." Her mouth opened, closed. I slid a folder across the table. Screenshots, statements, dates, photos she thought were deleted. "I don't want revenge," I said. "I want accuracy." Her lawyer arrived late. He read fast, very fast. The power in the room shifted. You can feel it when it happens, like pressure dropping before a storm. She started crying when she realized there was no leverage left, no money, no narrative, no house to stand in, just consequences. The court didn't care about her tears. It cared about records, patterns, intent. The judge asked me why I hadn't come home sooner. I said, "Because I trusted the wrong person." Custody was restructured, therapy mandated, supervised visits. Temporary, the judge said. Permanent, the paperwork said. I picked up my kids from school a week later. They didn't run. They watched me like I might disappear again. I knelt anyway. "I never left you," I said. "I just came back late." That night we ordered pizza on the floor of a small rental. Boxes everywhere. No framed photos yet. Just us. They slept easy. I didn't. But for the first time in years, I slept without my back to the wall. People think revenge is loud, explosive, bloody. It isn't. Real revenge is quiet, legal, final. It's letting someone destroy themselves with the tools you handed them because you knew exactly how they'd misuse them. She texts sometimes. Apologies, anger, bargaining. I don't reply. I already said everything that mattered. As you wish. And this time, I meant it.